filled with our laughter, our joy, and our pain, with the parts that are ugly and hurtful, not to harm us, but to share the light into someone else's darkness, for it is to uplift and encourage and motivate the people that we may touch along this journey called life, with the mention of our victories and our triumph, for it says that we have overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimonies. So never be afraid to reveal the pages of your story, for it is for me and you as sisters that we share and give God the glory. So let's talk.
Let's talk. In victory we win. In victory we win.
Hey guys, it's your girl Latoya Renee, and you're tuning into season 2 of Sister Can We Talk. This show is an empowerment show that allows us to share each other's testimonies to believe in the impossible. Today I have a special guest on site today. It is Dr. Terresa White. Welcome!
Yay! Look at me giving myself a hand.
I am so excited that you are here today. Your busy schedule, we finally got you.
Yes,
Lord.
yes, God is good.
Yes.
Thank you so very much for having me. I am absolutely honored to be here today.
I love your testimony because it's a testimony of legacy, and a lot of us go through certain things but not knowing that we're building legacy, not just for us,
Absolutely.
but for the generation that's coming before us.
Absolutely.
So let's start off with your testimony. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, so it's a multifaceted.
Okay.
It's multifaceted. So what will probably work well is if I kind of give snippets.
Come on, Jesus.
I am the senior pastor, co-senior pastor of Heritage Christian Center here in Jacksonville, Florida. I am the CEO of Empowerment Solutions. I am the CEO of Fearless Girls.
Okay.
I am the CEO and founder also of the 95. The 95 stands for the hidden areas.
Yes.
95. And so I'm honored to be here once again. Thanks for having me. Life is good.
Okay.
I am not a native of Jacksonville, Florida.
Yes.
I am originally from Akron, Ohio.
You are?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and you came here?
Yes. So I live in Jacksonville. I've lived here for almost 30 years now.
Wow,
But got here by way of military.
Okay.
Joined the military. My husband and I, we're here. We have 2 sons, 1 daughter, 3 grandchildren. Yay! Yes. And legacy is important to us.
Yes.
You know, and so that's why I brought them up.
Yes.
Because who you are and your lineage, it matters.
Yes.
You know, it's the fabric of who we are.
Yes.
And we should be able to take our family and win together.
Come on, I love that.
Yes. And legacy, one of the things that I think about is, what does your dash say? You know, when we have our beginning date, we have our end date. But what's most important is that dash in the center.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm building my dash right now.
Come on.
I'm building my dash right now.
I love, I keep on saying to her that I'm not a stalker. But
It's okay. It's okay.
But I love when I look at you on social media, or when I look at your church. I just love to see both of you and your husband together, ministering together.
Yes.
And not only when we see you guys minister together, you have your whole entire family. You can tell that you guys are just a loving family.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you have a struggle with that? Because I know a lot of times families are not always perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, our family is very dynamic. And, you know, for years I said I have 2 sons and a daughter. My daughter is my daughter by marriage.
Yeah.
She married my oldest son.
Okay.
And, you know, one of the things that I've said for years is, you know, I live in a dude house, but it's good to be the queen. So
I'm still
Yes, because I raised boys. I'm a boy mom. You know, the Lord knew what he was doing. Praise the Lord. Like, I have my first granddaughter now. She actually will be 1 this coming Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And I'm loving being a Mimi to a girl.
Yes, finally.
Finally. But it's been an amazing journey. I would not change that journey for anything.
Yeah.
So the four of us have always been close.
Really?
Yes, we have always been close. Now, I'm not saying it's not been without challenge.
Yes, yes.
So yes, we've had our challenges as a family, but we set some baselines and some guidelines for how our family would operate.
Right.
And the thing is, when you have guidelines, it keeps you intact when you have challenges.
Come on, Jesus.
People don't like guidelines, but guidelines are needed. The parameters are necessary.
Right.
Real quick, I've got this story that I use as it relates to having that safety piece.
Yes.
It's called Chasing Horses.
Okay.
There's a story that's told about dogs who stayed in the fence at their home and everything, but at the ranch next door there were horses. And they stayed in, did everything that they were supposed to do, but when they would see those horses start running, they would start running after the horses.
Yes.
They would go under the fence, through the fence, whatever they could do. And what they didn't realize is that the fence was not designed to hold them prisoner. The fence was designed to be their safety.
Come on.
Because if they go over there with the horses could kill them.
Yeah.
You know, and the challenge for us as people is when we have those guidelines that are required, we have to look at them not like they're a prison, not like they're a sentence, not like they keep us bound, but they keep us safe.
Yeah.
And that's what we did with our family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you believe in submission to your husband?
Absolutely.
Talk about
that.
that.
My husband is the head of his home. I am the queen of the castle,
Yes.
but he is Lord of the home.
Yes. Come on,
I
Jesus.
truly believe
Yeah.
that just like the Bible says, Sarah called Abraham Lord,
Yes.
I call my husband Lord.
Come
I have
on.
no problem with that.
Yeah.
And here's the reality of it. I don't want his responsibilities as the head of the home.
Okay.
So we can get all bossy and say we want to do things our own way.
Right.
But I would not want responsibility for making sure he stayed on track. So he can keep that job. He can keep that job. Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the things. I'm very confident in who I am.
Yes.
Here is where we miss it.
Come on.
When we talk about submission,
Uh-huh.
don't let me get all excited. When we talk about submission,
Yes.
submission only matters when it's something that you want to do, but you're not supposed to.
Talk about
That's
that.
when submission
Yeah.
really matters.
Yeah.
And so we have a problem being submissive, then we have a problem following God. Because we have to submit to the order of God.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, submission only matters in those tough times.
Yes.
But here is what's brilliant and just freed me. I'm free, guys, free. Here is what made me free. I realized that it takes stronger wit to have your own personality, be able to make your own decisions, make your own money, and put yourself under the authority of somebody else. You better watch out. I'm very strong.
Okay. Yes.
So submission makes you strong.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, did you learn that? Did you see submission as a child growing up?
Absolutely not. My husband and I both were. We grew up in homes with single moms.
Okay.
So we both have that as our testimony.
Right.
So I didn't know how to be a wife. He did not know how to be a husband.
Yeah.
You know, so we had to learn this together. Most people don't know our testimony, but our testimony is we had probably about $500,000 worth of life insurance on each other. And at one point we both were secretly trying to plan each other's demise. That's not a game. It's not an embellishment.
Yeah.
It is the truth.
What?
Yes. So, in fact, we're putting the finishing touches on the book about it because it was really true.
You have a book coming out?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah. So I don't have a timeline for that one yet. I just got put on some pressure about another book.
You're hurry. I'm like, when?
So, but yes, it's coming. It's coming
Okay,
soon.
yeah.
I'm believing it's gonna happen before 2022 is over.
Yes. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No,
when?
you're good. But yes, so you know we're called Jack. We call ourselves Jacksonville's favorite couple.
Yeah.
You know, because we know what we went through.
Yeah.
And we really were trying to plan each other's death.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We lived overseas. We were both in the military, so we lived overseas. And what we were doing was secretly planning that.
Yeah.
And we were actually gonna really break up.
Right.
If we would have been in the United States, we would not have made it.
Wow.
Yeah, our relationship would not have made it.
Right.
And
Because of the culture, or?
Well, because we were we were subtracted from what was regular. That's the best way I can say it. When you subtract yourself from what's regular, you can hear better. That'll preach if you let it. Excuse me.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So and once again, I'm not no stalker, but just to see you guys in that note, because you know when you put stuff on social media, you really don't know people's inside and what they went through.
Right.
And so you've seen all this, but you actually went through hell and high water to be who you are right now.
Absolutely. And it's amazing how people can see you in a more perfected or a more mature state, and figure that they want you or want your life. You don't know my story, and you don't know what it costs to get what I have. You know, so like even with my husband, you may think you want him. He's high maintenance. You know, like me. You may think you want me. I'm really high maintenance. Admitting it is half the battle. Though. You know, you have to. I'm a diva. I'm bougie, but admitting it is half the battle. You know, and that's the thing that people don't see. You see the outside. My husband and I, we were talking about celebrities and different things that people see because they're like, I would want them. You just see the outward.
You just see what they put on social media. You only put the the good on social media.
Say it.
You only do what I'm gonna like this. I know if I put this out, I'm gonna get a like. But you don't know what I went through. You don't know what happened 10 minutes before I took the picture.
Absolutely. And truth be told, statistics show that you take probably 10 good selfies before you get the one you post.
I do.
Yes. It's like, no, that one won't work. Swipe. Oh, okay, this one is cute. Yes. Baby. Yeah.
But just to have you guys and tell your testimony about legacy. So did you see, legacy starts with your mom and your grandparents.
Right.
So did you see stuff that who you are right now, what your mom was and what your grandma was back then?
Well, it's amazing because, and this applies actually to both me and my husband as well.
Okay.
So both of us, our grandparents were married until so they stayed married, but both of our moms were not. So we are the now next legacy that remained married, and our children grew up in a 2-parent home. But we didn't grow up in a 2-parent home, but we were familiar with it through our grandparents. And so we both saw that, and my grandmother was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Actually, the 95, the hidden areas, is in her honor. So, like I said, it stands for the hidden areas. It's THA. And the 95 is in her honor because she passed away on December 31st, 2019 at the age of 95.
Wow.
Yeah. And she was just a phenomenal woman. She never worked a job. Never had a driver's license.
Okay.
Yes. But she never lacked anything.
Come on, Jesus.
She was preferred. See, that's where we miss it today.
Okay.
The hardcore feminist woman today would look at that like it's negative.
Right.
But it is not negative. She was very preferred. And she was amazing. And the 95 is for undergarments. And one of the things my mom and I used to always talk about is how her mom, her name is Bernice Moore, so let me say that. Bernice's undergarments always match.
Come on, Jesus.
Yes. It matched.
Yeah.
She was like, as we call it, she was softer than drugstore cotton. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
She was serious, but the 95 comes from her, and like I said, she never worked, never had a license. And her husband took care of my grandfather took very good care of her. So here's the challenge. My grandfather, when I was 2 months old, my grandfather passed away after a short illness.
Okay.
He was 51 years old. She was 45. So her husband had promised her mom that he would take good care of her.
Right.
And then at 45 years old, she was suddenly widowed with 4 children. But the children were, my mom, her brother.
Were they small kids?
No, they were. Her youngest son was 19 years old.
Okay.
And he was still in the house with them, and he was in college. So he's kind of a part of the 95 story.
Okay.
Because at 19 in college, on his deathbed, asked his youngest son, his youngest child actually, to promise him that he would take care of his mom.
Come on.
So my uncle never married. Yeah, lived with my grandmother for his entire life. And for the next 50 years, he held that promise and took care of her.
Come on, Jesus.
Yeah. So 2 weeks before she died on December the 31st, he passed away on December the 15th, 2019.
Wow.
And it's amazing because he said for years that he was not gonna live past her.
Yeah.
He wanted to die before she did, and he did.
He spoke that.
Yes. But he made sure she was cared for. So if she would have still been living today, she would have still been cared for.
Come on, Jesus.
Yeah.
It reminds me, when I was listening to your testimony, it reminds me of my mom. My dad, he has passed away. He passed away from COVID, but
condolences.
She didn't have to work. My mom was I don't want to call her bougie. I'm sorry, mama. I didn't want to call her bougie, but my mom, like, she don't like to walk on grass. My dad, did I call you out?
Yes.
So he would drive. I'm like, you are so
yes.
And he wouldn't do that for none of the kids, but my mama,
yes,
she didn't have to work. And I remember the story when they met, and my dad was like, well, what do you want in a marriage? Do you want? And my mom's like, I really just want to raise my kids, not have to worry about anything, just make sure that we graduated and we have everything for us.
Yes.
And he was like, well, that's all right, that's what you do, and I take care of the rest. And that's what it was.
I love it.
And now, as you can say, the society that we're in now, that's
frowned upon. Yeah, and it shouldn't be.
And that's crazy. You would want,
right?
You know, I'm all for women working.
Preferred. See, that's what they're missing. That's a preferred woman.
Yes.
That is a preferred woman. Because my grandmother never lacked anything.
Not a thing.
I never heard my grandmother talking about being broke or I need a job because I need money. She would. Yeah.
I said, Mom, can I have a purse? You got a lady? Can I have one? Your dad, can I get one for Christmas?
Listen. You better know that there's a difference. There's an absolute difference in being preferred. You know, and when you're preferred, you have no problem being submissive. So I am absolutely preferred. My husband opens my car door.
He did.
So I don't touch doors when my husband is around. I'm a preferred woman.
Yes.
So if for him to make decisions, have the final say, here is the challenge. The average person thinks that when you submit that you don't have a voice. Yes. And that is the furthest from the truth. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm absolutely preferred, and I want to keep my preferred lifestyle.
I'm just saying, it's not, I think they're missing out on a blessing, Lord.
Yes.
Because my husband, he opens up doors. And then, you know what I was going to say? Since you have sons, your husband is teaching them. Right now, there's a lack of people being taught the right way how to serve and be a husband in the household. And I'm grateful that you guys went through what you went through. You know what I'm saying? So now you guys know how to be a wife and how to be a husband, so that way you can show the next generation.
And that's what we do. And that's all a part of the legacy.
That's what I'm gonna say.
You know, my sons open my door. My sons don't let me open doors. Yes. My sons don't let me carry stuff. They don't. Right. And it's funny because my youngest son is still not married. I'm in prayer. I'm looking for him a wife. I'm just playing. But my oldest son, he's married. And it's hilarious to me because he told me, he said, I never thought I would get married. Wow. He said, I never thought I would get married because I did not think I could love a woman the way I've seen Dad love you. Come on. My son said that to us. Yeah. And so when we were at his wedding, you know, we were standing in front of them as they were getting married, and I saw the way he was looking at his wife. Yeah. And my heart just kind of skipped a beat. I'm like, oh my God, my son is in love. You know, I mean, they had dated for so many years. Yes. But looking in my son's face, I saw that my son genuinely loved this woman. Yeah. So how do I not take this woman in? Speaking of legacy, one of the things that I said, and this is going to bless you if you let it. One of the things that we made a rule, remember I told you about those guidelines. One of our guidelines was, I am not going to lose my sons behind who they select as a wife. So you can think that person's not good enough.
Come on.
But they picked them.
Yes.
So you didn't have a chance to pick me because I'm your mother. You had no option.
Yeah.
But you have an option with who you pick.
Right.
Now I want you to pick properly, which is why I pray regularly.
Right.
So I want you to pick properly, but I'm not gonna lose a relationship with my sons because of who they pick.
Ladies out there, because there are a lot of women, a lot of mothers who are just losing sleep about who their son or their daughter is marrying.
Right.
That's their life. That is their life.
Right.
Please don't lose sleep.
Right.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, nobody picked for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna try to pick for my sons.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna lose my relationship with them.
Right.
So if they're happy, I'm tickled. Whoever they pick.
Right.
I'm gonna treat them and when I tell you my daughter-in-law, I could not love
that daughter-in-law.
I could not love her anymore if she was my own blood. She is my daughter.
Yeah.
I call her my daughter.
Yeah.
I don't call her a daughter-in-law. She's my daughter-in-love.
Yeah, I stole my husband's mama. Like he don't have a mommy. That's my mommy.
See.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the only girl in the bunch. There's like 7 brothers.
Right.
And then there's me.
Right. Now you have to put rules in place because it helps with the legacy.
Yes.
So depending on the dynamics of your family, if it's tough, one of the things my husband and I had put in place was, if your family wants something, they have to go to you and not me. If my family wants something, they have to come to me and not you.
Yes.
So you're never gonna pit us against each other.
We're
not gonna play that game. We're not gonna play that game.
Say that.
So if your family dynamics are not proper or not as healthy, those are guidelines.
Yes.
Those guidelines. You put those guidelines in place, you'll be straight.
Come on, Jesus.
Yeah.
I want you to speak to those ladies out there that are struggling in their marriage, that don't really have guidelines, but they love their husband and they want more in their marriage.
Right.
And they're going through a tough time right now. Speak to those and encourage them right now.
Oh, great. Well, one of the first things that I would lead with is you need a healthy foundation. Here is the healthy foundation. Now, y'all, I'm a Jesus lover. I love the Lord. So everything that I give you, I'm gonna send you to God.
Come on, Jesus.
So that's the foundation of everything. Yes. But one of the things that's critical is you are his wife and not his mother. It is not your responsibility to mother your husband. It is your responsibility to be his wife.
Come on, Jesus.
So that's the first thing.
Yes.
So you have to be a wife and not a mama. So quit nagging him. Stop trying to drive him. Quit trying to run him.
Don't
be his wife.
Okay.
So that's the first thing.
Yes.
And here's the thing. Once you get that down pat, everything else falls into place.
Come
it's
on.
the wet with the water.
Yes.
So you treat your husband like a king when he ain't acting like a king, when you ain't acting like a queen.
Ooh.
So you have to make sure. All right, did I go too sedity on that?
Come on, let the people know. Let the people know.
I'm Dr. T. I'm your friend. Yes. But it really is. It's the wet with the water. When you treat your husband properly.
Yes.
He will go to the ends of the earth for you.
Yes.
That is where we often miss it. The challenge is we speak different languages. Men are ego-driven. Women are security-driven.
Come on.
When you stroke your husband's ego, he will do what you need done. Trust me.
Yes.
So you have to be willing to stroke his ego.
Yes.
And oftentimes as women, it's like we don't want to do that. When I tell you my husband is the king of his castle.
Come on, yes.
He is the king. Listen, do it, babe. Bring them groceries in good, baby.
Yes.
No, really.
Yes.
My husband, and the thing is, we act like men are not sensitive. Men are super sensitive.
Yes, they are.
But they just don't say it.
Yes.
So we have to understand, that's why I'm saying they're ego driven. If you're trying to figure out what's going on with your husband, he ain't talking to me. It's because you're nagging him. He will tell you everything you need to know if you handle him right. The average dude, when they have issues and they have challenges or problems that they're facing, they go into their cave. And it's not that they've shut down. You look at it like they've shut down. They haven't. They have reserved themselves. They've gone into their cave so that they can try to figure out what to do.
Right.
And they don't need you mothering them at the time that they're trying to solve problems.
At the door. Please leave them alone.
Right.
Come on, Jesus.
Right. So you get this thing set. He'll give you what you need. He'll take care of you. Right. All right. I'm Dr. T. I'm here.
Look, Dr. Teresa, look. You look. When's your book out again?
Yes.
I'm gonna make sure I get a copy. Okay.
Praise God.
Come on, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you just gotta get this thing done right. Step back, you know, and give space.
Yeah.
Give them that space. And you ask them, you good, babe? Do you need something? You all right? You know, what do you need me to do? See, not what you need to do is no. Do you need me to do anything? What do you need? Are you good? And then let your man know you believe in him.
Yes.
Listen, if they make a mistake, they were going for broke. They were trying everything to make something happen.
Yeah.
And if it falls apart, the last thing they need is your criticism. So they need you to say, babe, you know I'm down with you. You know I'm your ride or fly. Whatever we gotta do, we got this.
Come on.
I believe in you.
Yes.
When you feed them that, I'm telling you, you're trying to figure out what's wrong with your husband, but you're trying to mother him and not trying to be his wife. Okay. Enough said. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Pass the plate.
And in the great words of Forrest Gump, that's all I got to say about that.
You. Oh my God.
Praise
that
God.
was amazing. Oh my God, Dr. Teresa, that was such, oh my God. I have to have you back on this show. Y'all see her the second time. Just know that we love her, okay?
I would love to do that.
Thank you so much for just, oh my God, today was so awesome. I'm blessed. If you guys are blessed like I am, come on. I am totally blessed by your presence and by your testimony. Oh my God.
I'm so honored.
Guys,
it's good.
This was an awesome testimony. I thank her so much for just being on this show today. I thank you guys for watching. Until next time, guys, remember to love, pray, and be that beacon of light for the world to see. Bye.
Let's talk. In victory we win. In victory we win.